Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex. Today we're continuing our A1 level grammar course. I hope you enjoy. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and let's jump right in. All right, in today's lesson, we're going to cover the verb have. I have, I've got. What's the difference? Let's check it out. I have and I've got, they both mean the same thing. I've got is used a lot more in spoken English. It's used a lot more in informal English, and it's used a lot more in American English. And for the first example, I have a sister. I've got a sister. I have a sister. I've got a sister. And for the next example, he has a kitten. He's got a kitten. But how do you use have in a question? Do you have a kitten? Yes, I do. Have you got a kitten? Yes, I have. Take a look at the difference between have you got a kitten and do you have a kitten? Right? The answers are a little bit different. Do you have a kitten? Yes, I do. Have you got a kitten? Yes, I have. And let's take a quick look at some more examples. I have a book. And the same, I've got a book. You have a book. Same thing, you've got a book. Now, when it's he, she, or it, he has a book, he's got a book. She's got a book, right? He, she, or it has a book. It's a little bit different, right? So we have apostrophe S. This is not a possessive apostrophe S. This is just shortening of has. He, she, it, he's got a book. She's got a book. It's got a book. Okay? Don't make the mistake of thinking that the apostrophe S is possessive. In this case, it's just a abbreviation. It's just a contraction for has. You have a book. You've got a book. We have a book. We've got a book. And they have a book. They've got a book. Right? So for he, she, and it, of course, we have to use has. And you can say has got. It's fine. He has got a book. But if we use a contraction, it's not a possessive. Please pay attention to he, she, or it's got a book. Right? This is just the short form of has. It is not a possessive. It is not short for is, right? It's short for has in this case. Let's have a quick review about the lesson so far. For positive, I have a book. I've got a book. But how do you form the questions, right? This is one of the main differences of have and have got. Do you have a book? Have you got a book? And the answers also are a little bit different. Do you have a book? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Have you got a book? Yes, I have. No, I haven't. And lastly, let's take a look at the negatives. I don't have a book, and I haven't got a book. Pay close attention to the negatives. I don't have a book. This is the normal way that we write a sentence in the present simple. And I haven't got a book. This is the way that you're going to want to form have got in the negative. I haven't got. And this is the way that we're going to write sentences for I, you, we, and they. Now let's take a quick look at he, she, or it. He has a book. He's got a book. In the positive, he has a book. He's got a book. These two sentences may look a little bit different, but they mean exactly the same thing. right? He has a book, he's got a book. Now let's take a look at the questions. Does he have a book? Again, this is the way that we've already learned how to write in the present simple. Does he have a book? And the answer is yes, he does. No, he doesn't. And for has he got a book? Right? For the question, using have got, has he got a book? Yes, he has. No, he hasn't. And for the negatives, in the same way that you would write any present simple negative sentence, he does not have a book. And then he hasn't got a book. He hasn't got a book. That's the way you want to form it when you're using the have, has, got. Okay? And when it comes to the I have, I would be amiss if I did not tell you about this, but there are some situations, some sentences, some structures where you can only use have. So, for example, I have lunch at noon. I have a vacation this summer. I normally have a bath at night. We're not talking about possession when we use have. In these examples, I have lunch, I have a vacation, I have a bath. We're not talking about physical possession, right? Yes, you can have your lunch in your hand. The idea is that this is just a phrase that you are having something at that moment, that you are eating something at that moment. In this case, it is not about possession. And in cases like this, when we're not talking about possession, you cannot use the phrase have got. You don't want to say, I have got breakfast at 10. I don't want to say, I have got lunch. Okay? Okay, and let's see what you remember. Let's go ahead and try this week's section quiz. First, I'm going to give you an example because I want to be clear about what it is that I'm looking for as far as the answers. I need you to rewrite these sentences into have, positive, negative, and question. Okay? So, Elizabeth / a dog. In the positive, using have, Elizabeth has a dog. In the negative, Elizabeth doesn't have a dog. And in the question, does Elizabeth have a dog? Okay, and I'm going to need you to do these next section quiz exercises all on your own. And as always, if you need more time, go ahead and pause here, but we're going to move on with the answers. In these first section quiz, I need you to write the sentences into the have, positive, negative, and question, right? So they have a house. They don't have a house. Do they have a house? And for section quiz 1A, again, go ahead and pause here if you need extra time. But in the positive, we're writing these sentences with have got. For the first one, they've got a house. The second one, they haven't got a house. And for the question, have they got a house? And for section quiz 2, I need you to write these sentences with have. For number 1, he has money. Number 2, he doesn't have money. Number 3, does he have money? And section 2A, I need you to answer with have got. He's got money. He hasn't got money. Has he got money? Okay. I hope everybody did well on this week's section quiz. A little bit different from what we usually do, but that's what keeps it challenging. Okay, and I want to thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.